Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into the story of the United States of America $quarter coin from 2021p, featuring the striking Crossing the Delaware design, a coin that blends history, artistry, and the thrill of collecting into one small but extraordinary piece of currency. At first glance, it might seem like just another modern coin, but for collectors, this quarter holds a remarkable allure, with rare variations and potential minting errors that can make it a true treasure in any collection. The Crossing the Delaware quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which celebrates iconic landmarks, historical events, and cultural moments from across the United States. The 2021p design commemorates George Washington's daring and pivotal crossing of the Delaware River during the Revolutionary War, a turning point in American history that symbolized courage, strategy, and determination. This quarter captures that historic moment in vivid detail, bringing to life an event that helped shape the nation and connecting collectors with a story over 2 centuries old. On the obverse, the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, which has been a hallmark of the quarter since 1932. However, subtle differences in modern minting techniques, metal composition, and die precision make each coin a potential collectible. The obverse design, combined with the P Mint mark indicating the Philadelphia Mint, provides an added layer of interest for collectors seeking to identify rare examples, errors, or coins in exceptional condition that have survived the rigors of circulation. The reverse design is where the coin truly shines. The depiction of Washington and his troops crossing the icy Delaware River is rendered with extraordinary detail, from the waves and ice to the expressions of determination on the soldiers' faces. Every line and contour of the boat, oars, and river is carefully crafted, demonstrating the U.S. Mint's commitment to artistry and historical accuracy. Collectors know that small variations in the die, striking errors, or other anomalies in these intricate designs can turn a standard coin into a rare and valuable collectible that commands attention in the numismatic world. What makes the 2021p Crossing the Delaware quarter especially intriguing are the minting errors and rare varieties that occasionally occur. Some coins exhibit slight doubling of the design elements, minor die cracks, or even off-center strikes. These anomalies are highly sought after because they are unique, cannot be reproduced, and tell a fascinating story about the coin's journey through the mint. A coin with a noticeable error is more than just currency. It becomes a one-of-a-kind piece of history that represents both artistry and imperfection in the minting process. Condition plays a crucial role in the value of this quarter. While most 2021p quarters are still circulating or stored in collections, only a few remain in pristine, uncirculated condition with sharp details, bright surfaces, and original luster. Coins preserved in mint state condition are incredibly rare and are the ones that attract serious collectors, particularly when combined with subtle variations or errors that make each example unique. Owning a perfect 2021p Crossing the Delaware quarter is like holding a piece of history in your hands, perfectly captured in metal. The historical context of the coin adds to its allure. The crossing of the Delaware in 1776 was a turning point in the Revolutionary War, symbolizing bravery and the unyielding spirit of the early American soldiers. This quarter commemorates that pivotal moment, and collectors appreciate the ability to carry a tangible piece of that history in their pockets. It's not just a coin, it's a connection to the bravery, strategy, and resilience that defined the founding era of the United States, making it meaningful beyond its face value. Collectors also love the thrill of identifying rare 2021p Crossing the Delaware quarters. Whether discovering a doubled die, a die crack, or an unusual strike, the excitement lies in spotting what most people overlook. Each rare coin tells a story, not just of the historical event it depicts, but of the minting process, the meticulous craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, and the unique journey each coin has taken since leaving the mint. The hunt for these rare examples is as much about historical appreciation as it is about financial value. Over the years, the 2021p Crossing the Delaware quarter has become a standout for modern coin collectors due to its artistry, historical significance, and the potential for minting anomalies. Coins that combine exceptional preservation, notable errors, and verified authenticity are particularly prized and have seen significant interest in auctions and private sales. The excitement of owning a coin that is both rare and historically meaningful is what keeps collectors engaged and passionate about this remarkable piece of American coinage. In the rarest and most exceptional cases, when a United States of America $quarter coin from 2021 featuring the crossing the Delaware design is preserved in mint state condition and exhibits notable minting errors, its value can reach as high as $65,000. Second rare coin, we're diving into the fascinating story of the United States of America $quarter coin from 1965, a coin that at first glance might seem like an ordinary piece of currency. But for collectors, historians, and coin enthusiasts, it represents a remarkable chapter in American numismatic history. The 1965 quarter is particularly intriguing because it marks a transitional period in U.S. coinage, reflecting both economic change and artistic continuity, making it a must-study for anyone interested in rare coins and minting anomalies. The 1965 quarter belongs to the iconic Washington Quarter series. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington on the bicentennial of his birth. By 1965, the design had become firmly established, but the United States Mint faced a major challenge: a nationwide silver shortage. This shortage led to the landmark Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from circulating quarters, replacing it with a copper-nickel-clad composition. This shift in metal not only changed the coin's composition but also created unique circumstances that have made certain 1965 quarters extraordinarily valuable to collectors. On the obverse of the coin, we see the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The detail in his portrait, the strength in his jawline, the lines of his hair, and the precise rendering of his features, remains crisp and distinguished, even on coins that have seen decades of circulation. For collectors, subtle differences in the obverse design, along with variations caused by die wear or minting inconsistencies, can be the key to identifying rare and valuable examples. The reverse of the 1965 quarter features the traditional eagle with outstretched wings, perched above a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath. This design symbolizes both military strength and the desire for peace, a timeless emblem of the United States. Even small anomalies on the reverse, such as doubling in the letters, misalignment of the die, or variations in the eagle's feathers, can create rare collectible varieties. Coins with these subtle differences are highly prized because they are unique and often difficult to spot without a trained eye. What makes the 1965 quarter particularly fascinating for collectors are the minting errors and rare varieties that occasionally appear. Some coins exhibit die doubling, where elements of the design appear slightly duplicated, while others may show small die cracks or weak strikes caused by the change in metal composition. These anomalies are significant because they are permanent and cannot be reproduced. Collectors view these era coins as one-of-a-kind pieces that represent both the artistry and the technical quirks of the minting process, making each coin a unique historical artifact. Condition is another crucial factor in determining the value of the 1965 quarter. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, and over time, most have suffered wear, scratches, or discoloration. Coins that have survived in uncirculated, mint state condition with sharp details and original luster are exceedingly rare. For collectors, owning such a coin is like holding a perfectly preserved piece of history, providing a tangible connection to the year 1965, a pivotal moment in U.S. economic and numismatic history. The historical context of the 1965 quarter adds an extra layer of intrigue. This coin was minted during a time of economic transition, social change, and political developments in the United States. The removal of silver from quarters was controversial at the time, and it marked the beginning of a new era in U.S. coinage. For collectors, this makes the 1965 quarter more than just currency. It becomes a symbol of change, a marker of the challenges and adaptations faced by the nation during the mid-1960s. Collectors also appreciate the thrill of discovering a 1965 quarter with notable minting errors or in pristine condition. The excitement lies in identifying subtle variations that most people overlook, whether it's a die crack, slight doubling, or a unique mint strike. Each rare coin tells a story of the minting process and the historical moment in which it was created. Owning such a coin offers not only financial value but also the satisfaction of preserving a tangible piece of American history that is increasingly rare as decades pass. Over the years, the 1965 United States quarter dollar has become legendary among numismatists due to its unique composition, potential for minting errors, and historical significance. Coins that combine these factors, pristine preservation, rare die varieties, and verified authenticity, are particularly sought after. Collectors treasure these examples not just for their monetary worth, but for the story and history each coin carries, making it a prized addition to any serious collection. In the rarest and most exceptional cases, when a United States of America quarter dollar coin from 1965 is preserved in mint state condition and exhibits notable minting errors, its value can reach as high as $150,000. Third expensive coin, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States of America quarter dollar coin from 1985p, a coin that might look ordinary to the casual observer but holds extraordinary interest for collectors, historians, and coin enthusiasts. The 1985p quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which has captured the admiration of coin collectors for decades, and this particular coin stands out because of its potential rarity, unique minting anomalies, and the story it tells about American coinage during the mid-1980s, the Washington Quarter series. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's bicentennial, has become one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics. By 1985, the series had evolved, with the Philadelphia Mint, signified by the P Mint mark, producing millions of these coins for circulation. While millions were minted, the survival of coins in pristine, uncirculated condition is far rarer than one might think, and these examples are highly prized by collectors who understand that condition and rarity are the twin pillars of value in the numismatic world. On the obverse of the 1985p quarter, we see the timeless profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The attention to detail in Washington's hair, jawline, and facial features demonstrates the U.S. Mint's commitment to artistry and precision. For collectors, even the slightest variations or anomalies in the obverse can indicate a rare or valuable coin. Slight doubling of letters, uneven striking, or unusual die characteristics can transform a common 1985p quarter into a remarkable find that stands out in any collection. The reverse design of the 1985p quarter features the classic heraldic eagle, clutching a bundle of arrows with an olive branch beneath, symbolizing strength and peace. This design has remained largely unchanged since the original series, but collectors know that subtle differences in the eagle's feathers, the position of the mint mark, or the sharpness of the arrows and olive branch can create varieties that are highly sought after. Coins that display minor minting errors or design anomalies are considered unique and carry a special appeal because they are the product of a moment in the minting process that cannot be replicated. What makes the 1985p quarter particularly exciting for collectors are the known minting errors that occasionally appear. Some coins exhibit slight doubling of the design, where parts of the lettering or eagle appear duplicated, while others may have die cracks, weak strikes, or off-center impressions. These errors are more than curiosities. They are permanent imperfections that make each coin distinct and historically significant. Collectors prize these variations because they provide a glimpse into the complex and meticulous process of minting coins and create opportunities to own something truly one of a kind. Condition is a critical factor in the value of the 1985p quarter. While many coins from this year were used in daily transactions, a very small percentage have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition with sharp details and full original luster. These mint state examples are exceedingly rare, and collectors covet them because they represent both the artistry of the coin and its historical moment. A perfectly preserved 1985p quarter allows enthusiasts to hold a piece of mid-1980s America in their hands, frozen in time and protected from the wear of circulation. The historical context of the 1985p quarter adds another layer of intrigue. Produced during a period of economic growth and cultural change in the United States, This coin reflects the ongoing evolution of American coinage as the mint continued to refine production techniques and strike coins for a rapidly circulating economy. Collectors appreciate the ability to connect with this period of history through a tangible object, making each 1985 p quarter not just a piece of currency, but a symbol of the era in which it was produced. Collectors also take great pleasure in the hunt for rare 1985 p quarters with notable minting errors. Spotting a doubled die, a small die crack, or a subtle misalignment can be exhilarating, and these coins often become the centerpiece of a collection. Beyond their financial value, error coins carry stories of craftsmanship, historical significance, and chance, making them endlessly fascinating to study and collect. The thrill of discovery and the rarity of uncirculated examples combine to make this coin particularly appealing to dedicated numismatists. Over time, the 1985 p Washington quarter has earned a reputation among collectors for its potential rarity, historical value, and the exciting prospect of finding error coins. Those specimens that combine pristine condition, verified authenticity, and notable minting anomalies are especially prized and have attracted attention in auctions and private sales alike. For collectors, owning one of these quarters represents not just financial value, but a connection to the artistry, history, and complexity of American coinage. In the rarest and most exceptional cases, when a United States of America $quarter coin from 1985 p is preserved in mint state condition and exhibits significant minting errors, its value can reach as high as $70,000. Especially, we're diving into the captivating story of the United States of America $quarter coin from 1966, a coin that may look ordinary to most, but to collectors and coin enthusiasts, it holds a world of intrigue and historical significance. The 1966 quarter represents a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history, as it was minted during a period of major change in composition, production, and economic context, making it a highly fascinating piece for those who love rare and valuable coins. The Washington Quarter Series, introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, had become a staple of American coinage by 1966. However, this year was particularly important because it fell right after the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from circulating quarters due to a nationwide silver shortage. The 1966 quarters were minted entirely from a copper-nickel-clad composition, a departure from the 90% silver quarters that had been standard for decades. This change in metal, combined with mass production pressures, led to subtle variations and minting anomalies that make certain 1966 quarters exceptionally rare and highly sought after by collectors. On the obverse of the 1966 quarter, we see the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The sharpness of Washington's features, the intricate details of his hair, and the clear lettering all demonstrate the artistry of the mint during this era. Even minor inconsistencies, such as slight doubling of letters or subtle die variations, can indicate a rare variety. Collectors know that the obverse is just as important as the reverse when it comes to spotting coins that might carry significant value, especially for a coin as historically important as the 1966 quarter. The reverse design features the classic heraldic eagle, clutching a bundle of arrows with an olive branch beneath, symbolizing strength, peace, and unity. While the design itself remained largely consistent with previous years, the change in metal composition in 1966 sometimes resulted in striking anomalies. Slight differences in the eagle's feathers, the alignment of the arrows, or the thickness of the lettering can all indicate a rare minting error. These variations are precious to collectors because they reflect the imperfections and quirks that occur in large-scale coin production, making each error coin a unique piece of history. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1966 quarter is the potential for minting errors that occurred during the transition from silver to clad coins. Some examples show minor doubling, die cracks, or even off-center strikes. Each of these errors is permanent, meaning no two error coins are exactly alike. Collectors prize these anomalies because they provide insight into the mint's process and create one-of-a-kind coins that are incredibly rare in the marketplace. Owning a 1966 quarter with such an error is not just about value, it's about holding a tangible piece of numismatic history, Condition is another key factor in the 1966 quarter's collectability. Millions were produced, and most were used in everyday transactions, resulting in wear, scratches, and discoloration over time. Coins that have survived in uncirculated, mint state condition are exceedingly rare and highly prized. For collectors, owning such a coin is like holding a perfectly preserved snapshot of American history. These coins retain their original luster, show crisp detail in both the obverse and reverse, and offer a glimpse into the craftsmanship of the United States Mint during a period of great change. The historical context surrounding the 1966 quarter adds even more appeal for collectors. This coin was minted during a time of economic adjustments and social transformations in the United States. The removal of silver from quarters marked a major shift in coinage policy, reflecting both the scarcity of precious metals and the growing needs of a modernizing economy. Coins from this period serve as tangible reminders of this transitional moment, providing collectors with a connection to an important chapter in American history that extends far beyond mere currency. Collectors also love the thrill of discovering rare 1966 quarters with unusual features or minting errors. Spotting a subtle doubled die, a tiny die crack, or an off-center strike can transform a seemingly ordinary coin into a highly valuable collector's item. These rare varieties demonstrate the complexity of the minting process and offer a tangible story of production, imperfection, and chance. The excitement lies in identifying and preserving these extraordinary pieces, which stand out in any collection as symbols of rarity and historical importance. Over the years, the 1966 United States quarter dollar has grown in stature among numismatists due to its unique composition, potential for minting errors, and historical significance. Coins that combine these factors, exceptional condition, verified authenticity, and notable anomalies, are particularly treasured. Collectors value them not only for their monetary worth but also for the story and history each coin carries, making them an enduring symbol of American numismatic heritage. In the rarest and most extraordinary cases, when a United States of America quarter dollar coin from 1966 is preserved in mint state condition and exhibits notable minting errors, its value can reach as high as $135,000. Next coin, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States of America quarter dollar coin from 1987p, a coin that might seem like a regular piece of everyday currency at first glance, but for collectors and coin enthusiasts, it holds layers of history, artistry, and remarkable value. The 1987p quarter is part of the long-standing Washington quarter series, and while millions were minted for circulation, a closer look reveals why this coin can be a rare gem for collectors who understand the nuances of minting errors, condition, and historical significance. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's bicentennial, has become one of the most recognized and cherished series in American coinage. By 1987, these quarters were being minted in massive quantities at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P Mint mark, to meet the demands of everyday commerce. Despite the high numbers, the survival of coins in uncirculated, pristine condition is extremely rare. For collectors, the combination of condition and rarity is what transforms a common coin into a highly desirable piece of numismatic history. On the obverse side of the 1987p quarter, we find the iconic profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The meticulous detailing in Washington's hair, the contours of his face, and the clarity of the lettering are remarkable, but what makes the coin exciting for collectors are the subtle variations that occasionally occur during minting. Minor die doubling, slight shifts in lettering, or other minute anomalies can indicate an error coin, which is far more valuable than a standard issue. These small imperfections are highly sought after because they make each coin unique and tell a story about the minting process. The reverse design features the classic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch. While this design had remained largely consistent since the original Washington quarter, the 1987p quarters sometimes display anomalies such as doubled dies, die cracks, or small planchet defects. These errors are extremely intriguing to collectors because they represent moments in time when something unusual occurred in the minting process. Owning a coin with such an error is akin to holding a one-of-a-kind artifact, a tangible connection to the complex art and science of coin production. The 1987 P quarter is particularly notable for the potential error coins that can be found in circulation. Collectors have documented examples with subtle doubled dies on the obverse, weak strikes on the reverse, and even minor off-center strikes. Each of these variations is permanent, meaning no two error coins are exactly alike. These anomalies turn a seemingly ordinary quarter into a unique collectible that can dramatically increase in value, especially for those coins that have survived in mint-state condition with full luster and sharp detail. Condition plays a critical role in determining the value of the 1987 P quarter. Millions of these coins entered everyday circulation, and the vast majority suffered wear, scratches, or discoloration over time. Coins that remain in uncirculated, pristine condition are exceedingly rare and highly coveted. For collectors, these mint-state examples are more than just currency. They are preserved pieces of history that allow one to hold a snapshot of the mid-1980s in their hands. The original sharpness of the design, the smoothness of the edges, and the coin's untouched luster all contribute to its appeal and rarity. Beyond its physical attributes, the 1987 P quarter carries historical and cultural significance. Minted during a period of steady economic growth and modern coin production techniques, it represents a snapshot of American life and the ongoing evolution of U.S. coinage. Collectors are drawn to coins like this not only for their monetary value but also for the story they tell. Each coin reflects the technology, design standards, and artistic choices of the Philadelphia Mint at a particular moment in history, giving it an added layer of significance for those who study and appreciate numismatics. For many collectors, the real excitement comes from the hunt for 1987 P quarters with minting errors. Spotting a doubled die, a die crack, or an off-center strike can transform an ordinary coin into a valuable centerpiece of a collection. Error coins are unique in that they capture a fleeting imperfection that occurred during production, making each one entirely distinct. This rarity, combined with exceptional condition, can make the difference between a coin that is a common collectible and one that commands significant attention and value in the numismatic community. Over time, the 1987 P Washington quarter has become recognized among collectors for its potential rarity, condition, and the occasional error coin that surfaces in the market. Those coins that are well preserved, free from wear, and exhibit notable anomalies are especially prized. Collectors seek them not only for their financial worth but also for the connection to history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery that each coin provides. The story of the 1987 P quarter is a testament to the enduring fascination with American coins and the meticulous artistry behind every strike. In the rarest cases, when a United States of America $quarter coin from 1987 P is preserved in mint-state condition and shows significant minting errors, its value can reach as high as $65,000. Last unique coin, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States of America $quarter coin from 1997 P, a coin that might look like a standard piece of change in your pocket, but for collectors and numismatic enthusiasts, it's a treasure filled with history, artistry, and potential value. The 1997 P quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, a beloved series first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's bicentennial, and while millions were minted for circulation, this coin holds particular interest due to its subtle minting errors, condition rarity, and the story it tells about modern coinage. The obverse of the 1997 P quarter features the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, whose portrait has graced the quarter for decades. While this may appear ordinary, the charm of the 1997 P lies in the tiny variations that can occur during the minting process. Collectors pay close attention to details like the sharpness of Washington's hair, the clarity of the lettering, and even the spacing of the inscriptions. Minor anomalies, such as doubled dies or faint die cracks, can elevate a common quarter to a rare collectible, making this coin highly desirable for anyone passionate about numismatics. On the reverse, the classic heraldic eagle spreads its wings over a cluster of arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength, unity, and peace. While the design remained largely consistent with prior years, subtle differences sometimes appear in the minting of the 1997 P quarter. Tiny misalignments, doubled features, or uneven strikes can all indicate an error coin. These anomalies are rare because the Philadelphia Mint's production process is precise, and coins with such imperfections are few and far between, which makes discovering one all the more exciting for collectors. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1997 P quarter is its potential for minting errors. Throughout the year, several subtle mistakes may have occurred during production, such as doubled dies, weak strikes, or even small planchet flaws. Each of these errors is unique and permanent, ensuring that no two error coins are exactly alike. For collectors, finding a 1997 P quarter with any of these irregularities is like discovering a hidden gem, and the value can increase dramatically compared to a standard circulation coin. The thrill of spotting such a coin is a major part of why collectors love this series. Condition plays a critical role in the rarity and value of the 1997 P quarter. Millions of these coins were produced for circulation, and most of them have worn down through everyday use. Coins that have survived in uncirculated, pristine condition are extremely rare and are highly prized by collectors. Mint-state examples retain their original luster, sharp details, and smooth edges, making them not only visually appealing but also historically significant. Holding a coin in this condition is like holding a perfectly preserved piece of the late 20th century, capturing both the artistry and craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint. The historical context surrounding the 1997 P quarter adds another layer of appeal. During the late 1990s, the United States was experiencing rapid economic growth, technological advancement, and a cultural shift that influenced coin production and design standards. Coins from this era represent more than just currency, they reflect a snapshot of American life, technological precision in minting, and the enduring appeal of the Washington Quarter series. Collectors value these coins for their connection to history and the stories they tell about the period in which they were produced. Era coins from the 1997 P quarter series are particularly exciting for collectors because they are often subtle and require a keen eye to spot. A slight doubling on the date, a faint die crack, or an off-center strike can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a rare and highly sought-after collectible. These variations make each coin unique and showcase the unpredictability and complexity of the minting process. For serious collectors, owning an era coin is like holding a one-of-a-kind piece of history, a coin that stands out for both its rarity and the story it tells about how it was made. Over the years, the 1997 P Washington Quarter has become increasingly recognized among collectors for its rarity, condition, and potential minting errors. While it was widely circulated at the time, few coins have survived in perfect condition or with notable anomalies. Those that do are considered highly valuable, not only for their monetary worth but also for the connection they provide to the minting process, historical context, and the artistry that goes into creating each coin. The 1997 P Quarter is a testament to the continuing appeal of the Washington Quarter series and the enduring fascination of numismatics. In the rarest cases, when a United States of America $quarter coin from 1997 P is preserved in mint-state condition and exhibits a notable minting error, its value can reach as high as $40,000.